this video, we focus on making callouts in Revit and preparing for overlaying with information and other relevance things. Okay, another view we can create is what we call a callout. We use that for detailing, and it actually references back to a specific drawing. And again, I go into the view where I want to make my detail. It can be in a plan view. It could, for example, be around a door here or window over here, or as you especially use in the project a lot of times, it would often be in a section somewhere. It could, for example, be a foundation detail like here, over here, that we'll try to call out. So the basic again is I go into the view in the project browser. We want to locate this specific callout. I go up to my view again, up here. I can just press the bottom here. We have two different kind of callouts. We have rectangle. That's the one I usually would use, just because it's rectangular. And then I have a sketch if it's something that might not fit in a rectangle. It could be spaces and so on. But I would say in most cases, rectangle here is perfect. So I press that, and then I basically just drag a box over what I need. And now I can actually see I made a mistake. So the reason I can see that is because I marked this one up and it says section here. And I can see that this one has a section over here, and that's not what I want. So I'll just delete it and call out rectangle. And before I draw it, always a good idea to go over to the properties and make sure it's a detail, because sections and details are actually related. So they are in the same category over here. So we need to select the specific type we need. So now it's a detail view. And again, go like this. I might just want to flip this one around. Could draw it the other way. I can just move it over, but there we go. That's what I want, so we can just drag it around. So basically what it does, it makes a box around here. Over here in my project browser, I now have detail view, detail 0. That's my detail view. So it basically just takes out the information from that detail and allows us to work with that. Again, I can set my scale and so on. For example, 1 to 5, detail level and so on. And the thing is that we can easily take out the detail and use the information, but the level of detail here is actually not the level I need. I need a lot more information. So later on you'll learn to work on and add the information, modify what you actually have in here. Another thing is that to be aware of is that this view is actually based on the properties of a different view. One of the things where I can see it is here over in my extents, because we can see there's something that's called a parent view. The parent view is the view I defined this callout in. So my parent view here is my section AA. That makes sense because I drew it in that one. Had I drawn it in my level 1 or something else, it would say that. And then I have something called far clip offset, and that basically just defines how far away I can actually see. Here I can see it's almost 5 meters, 4,745 millimeters. And in some cases I want to alter that because I want to eliminate what I can see in the background. The way to do that is to change my far clip settings from same as parent to independent, because then I can control this one up here and say, for example, 500. Now I can't actually see anything here, but had there been something behind, then it would really eliminate what's kind of like behind the 500 million years. So, and of course I can name the detail by right-clicking. See if I can find my rename. Here we go. And then call foundation detail, or name it according to one of the conventions that you might encounter at some point. So again, this is just a way to drag out specific information from the model and allow you to represent it in a different way, more detailed, and add layers of information. When we start to work with these layers of information, it only happens in this view. It doesn't go back to the parent view. It doesn't go back to the plan drawing, as long as we are sticking to it in the correct way. But of course, the better information I have in my model, the better it is, because the less extra amount of work I have to do. So this was very briefly on how to create a callout. This was done in a section. It can be done in plans and other elevations and so on as well.